Welcome to this morning's vlog. Gorgeous sunny day outside. We're on the indoor trainer again. The indoor trainer is a godsend actually because we've got two young boys to look after in the house. My wife's out at work. I work later on this afternoon, so normally that means no training, but the indoor trainer means I can train today. So today's plan is 2 hours, just simple endurance, just getting miles in. But because it's a longer ride, we're going to fuel up. We've got some porridge. Coffee's obviously on the go. Always stuck with coffee. And but yeah, 2 hours on the trainer, and then we'll catch up later. See you in a bit.
Hey folks, so welcome to today's vlog. As I said in the intro, we're doing an endurance session, just a couple hours, lower zone 2 on Zwift. The boys are on the sofa, one's on YouTube, one's on their iPad. But this allows us to do some training where normally we wouldn't have the chance. So literally we're just turning the pedals, keeping legs moving, building up some base miles. I know it seems strange that we're doing base building in essentially what is the middle of the season. However, we're now resetting the periodization of our training. Periodization I'll probably talk about in another video in the next couple of days, but we're targeting our main event, which earlier on in the year was the end of April, and that was the UCI qualifier for the Amateur Worlds. We qualified, so now we reset our training, focusing on one event and one event only, and that is the actual Amateur Worlds themselves. 46 days from now, 46 days from now I fly over to France, and then 3 more days after that, or 4 more days after that, will be the actual Worlds. So we'll take a couple of days just to get settled in France. Being south of France, or southeast technically, the weather expectation should be warm, so that's why we've flown out a couple of days earlier, get acclimatized to the weather. So everything we're doing just now is building towards there, so that's why we're back in the build phase. So today, as I say, just turning the pedals over. What's interesting is if we peg on a couple of extra watts here to what's expected, so we go up to maybe 230, $235 maybe, and just watch the names list on the right hand side. There we go, 3.2 watts per kilo. My name's right in the middle, so 235, 237. It's interesting that a year and a half ago, when I started on Zwift, when I started taking, well actually no, I hadn't taken it seriously yet. I was just taking the opportunity to get miles in and get training done when I didn't have the opportunity to get out on the bike because of work, because of the kids, usual family struggles. But what's interesting is a year and a half ago, this pace that I'm at just now, which is now zone 2 endurance for me, that was the pace that I was racing at. So I started off in Cat D, moved up to Cat C, and then on to B, and now A. So interesting that in a year, the progression that's been made I'm now, as I say, my endurance ride is what used to be my race pace. Also, I mean, to be fair, that's also to do with the fact that I have lost in excess of 7 kilos, and that obviously helps your power to weight ratio. You can drop your weight dramatically. You don't need to be putting out as much power to get the same power to weight ratio. We've got more weight to lose. We have put a little bit on recently. Some of that is also muscle. Some of that is a little bit of additional weight, so we need to get back on the plan and get rid of that. Again, that's a completely different video, because to be honest, there are lots and lots of different ways to lose weight. I have in the past focused purely on restriction of calories, and as long as you, and I think I've mentioned it in a previous video, if you're on a calorie deficit by the end of the week, then you will lose weight. However, when you're training really hard, and I went through this myself, when you restrict your calories, whether you're dropping carbs or eating more protein or whatever, but you're focusing on less calories than what the body necessarily needs, over time, yes, you will lose weight. However, your training, your power will suffer because the body doesn't have the energy that it needs. So with the reset of the training, working towards Albi, we have to also reset our goals and our expectations when it comes to nutrition. And again, a periodization plan is what's needed. It's a bit more complicated when it comes to food, but essentially you need to look at what training you've got coming up, what have you just done, what are you about to do, what are the stresses on the body, what type of sessions are you doing, so therefore what food do you need. So probably do another video on this, but essentially carbohydrates are not bad. Now I can hear you all clicking away at the comments already. Carbohydrates are not bad. Carbohydrates broken down become sugar. Sugar is what the body needs to fuel the cells. Now you've got even the most complex carbohydrate, if you were to follow its process in the body, eventually it will break down to sugar. You need to fuel your muscles. You then need to repair your muscles. So carbs for fuel, protein for building. That's the most simplistic dietary advice you're probably going to get. As I say, we'll do a proper video. We'll talk about it in more depth. Take carbs in, fuel the body. Take protein in, repair the body. Plenty fluid, lots of rest. Not only will you become a stronger cyclist, but if you're doing it in a proper manner, you will still also be able to lose weight. But we'll talk about that another day. Let's fast forward this video a little bit, because at the end of the day, endurance for you is certainly probably just as boring, if not more, than for me doing it. So let's fast forward. Catch you a little bit later. Well, that's not good. We had the Swift mobile app, the mobile link on the desk open next to us. We knocked the phone, we went to grab the cover, and unfortunately we hit skip block. So as you can see, what was it, a 1 hour 4 I think we had left. That skipped forward into the last 5-minute cooldown session. So not good. Anyway, to be fair, it's probably a good thing. We were thinking of just stopping the workout there. There's a thing called majority rules, and all training, if focused, is good training. If you can't manage all of your prescribed training in a week, as long as you can get the majority of it done, then you'll still make gains. Majority rules also works in this house. The boys a little bit restless, a little bit hungry, earlier than expected, so best to stop the training, jump off the bike, get them some lunch, and then enjoy a couple of hours before going to work. And then we can always peg on an hour worth of endurance at the back end today once we've got home from work around about midnight. So just going to finish, probably not in 3 minutes, but we'll carry on just up to the top of the radio tower. Quite apt because our French trip, a little surprise planned for that. It involves a radio tower. I'm going to keep that little secret for now. I'll tell you in a future video. Feel free to guess in the comments, of course, what you think I'm up to. If you already know what I'm up to, because I think some of my teammates do, don't spoil it. You can always private message me to confirm. Don't spoil it for everyone else. So a couple of minutes left of the actual workout. Going at 150 watts. It's probably going to take us more than that, although we're fairly close. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're fairly close to the top. Not sure we're going to do it in 2 minutes though. But obviously once the workout's finished, you carry on. So we'll just finish up at the top, get the maximum amount of elevation. Still working towards the Tron bike. Had a look yesterday, and I think we are about 4,000 meters to go. So certainly 600 plus meters on this ride will really help to eat into that. Not 4,000 meters, 4,000 foot, 4,500 foot to go. So certainly, yeah, 600 plus meters will really help chew into that distance or elevation left. Just approaching the end of the workout now, last minute. We're just going to fall short of the top, so we'll just carry on. You'll probably see a spike in the watts as the trainer releases the tension or engages the tension, because the tension isn't there when you're doing workout mode. It's just all about steady watts. Or the tension is there, but the tension is not linked to your elevation or your gradient. So expect a little bite here. Nope, not especially. Interesting. starting to level out now here as we get to the top. Up and over. There we are, 659 meters climbed. We'll just stop the workout there. Let's have a look how we're doing. So we added 1% onto the climb there. Oh, it's meters we have to go. No, darn it, I thought it was feet. Okay, so we've got 4,200 meters to go. So 600 is a good little chunk. There we go, and now we're in zone 2. We'll just save that. I'm going to get the boys some lunch. Catch you later, guys. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.